This is Motoring Today, the Philippines' leading and longest-running weekly TV and online magazine dedicated to motoring news and features. I'm Wee Gamboa.
And I'm Tim Gamboa. Here's a sneak peek at this week's exciting features.
On Motoring Forum, we shall discuss the common traffic violations and fines. Our road safety reminder in the Young Street Smarts portion centers on the proper use of headlights while driving at night. This week's Spying Super shall be the illegal practice of most PUV drivers of overloading passengers. Showcase this week will have a subcompact crossover SUV from Kia, the Sonet 1.5 SX AT. While for race weekend, we shall have the highlights of Full Throttle Weekend Part 3.
This week's edition of Motoring Today brings you all this, plus the latest updates in transportation, traffic management, and advances in the automotive industry.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. Let's dive into the latest news and updates about transportation and traffic management in the country. The LRT-1 Cavite Extension project will get another station and the government will be paying for it.
The Department of Transportation wants to add another station to the LRT-1 Cavite Extension project, now on its second stage of construction. The additional station will be situated in Barangay Talaba in Bacoor, Cavite between the planned Zapote and Yog stations. According to Department of Transportation Secretary Vince Dizon, the additional station will cost 3 billion pesos and will be funded by the DOTR itself. The cost will not be passed on to the LRT-1 operator, the Light Rail Manila Corporation. The second leg of the LRT-1 Cavite Extension, which includes the Las Piñas and Zapote stations, is scheduled to open in 2028, while the third phase, including Talaba Station, is expected to be completed by 2030. Once the extension to Bacoor is operational, daily ridership for LRT-1 is projected to increase to 800,000, while also decreasing travel time between Pasay and Cavite to just 25 minutes.
The LRT-1 Cavite Extension has now reached Sucat in Parañaque and is now benefiting commuters living around the area and other parts of the south. Meanwhile, the EDSA bus lane has become a boon to tens of thousands of commuters daily. The DOTR believes the same benefits can be achieved with an exclusive bus lane in another busy route in the metro.
The Department of Transportation is studying the feasibility of establishing a dedicated bus lane between Quezon Avenue and España Avenue. This was revealed by Transportation Secretary Vince Dizon during an Economic Journalists Association of the Philippines forum.
The most viable and the most needed one is España to Quezon Avenue.
The government will be responsible for constructing bus stations along the new route, while the operations and maintenance of the busway will be bid out to the private sector. The DOTR has secured a 16.3 million peso grant from Swede Fund International AB, which will assist in planning and designing the busway.
Another major route with a dedicated bus lane will surely be welcomed by those who take public transport. We're not sure about the reception from private motorists. Continuing, anxious about whether you've been flagged for a possible ANCAP violation? There's an MMDA website to check.
The Metro Manila Development Authority has rolled out a new website to help drivers check for violations related to the No Contact Apprehension Policy. MMDA calls the website May Huli Ka 2.0. Drivers can check their violations by entering their vehicle's plate number or conduction sticker along with a motor vehicle or MV file number. However, MMDA Chairman Don Artes cautions those who will use the website to accurately input their data.
May disclaimer po. Kasi kung mali ang number, kahit isang number or isang digit ang magkamali, ang lalabas ay walang huli.
The website also provides guidance on how to respond to violations, including details on the payment process, settlement of fines, and the appeal procedure.
Here's hoping this new MMDA website has been configured to handle tons of inquiries from anxious motorists. And finally, commuters can now use the GCash app for paying single journey tickets at the MRT3. Soon they can also use debit or credit cards for this.
The MRT3 will begin pilot testing automated fare collection carousels that allow passengers to use debit and credit cards to pay for fares. All the passenger has to do is tap their credit or debit card on terminals at the AFC carousels to be installed at MRT3 stations. This is meant to augment the AFC system now employed at the MRT3 using GCash or similar e-wallet apps on mobile phones. Earlier reports said the terminals will only be used to pay for single journey tickets. These are all part of DOTR initiatives to modernize fare collection in public transportation using digital payment modes.
Multiple modes of payment for fares should make the MRT3 and the light rail transit systems more convenient and hassle-free for riders. The latest developments in transportation and traffic management are certainly significant. Up next, Motoring Forum takes a deeper look into one noteworthy issue that should affect motorists and motoring. Following the re-implementation of the non-contact apprehension policy, the MMDA released data on the most common violations committed by motorists. This Motoring Forum discusses ideas, observations, and suggestions related to or concerning the implementation of NCAP.
The return of the No Contact Apprehension Policy, or NCAP, in Metro Manila makes it even more important for motorists to be aware of the traffic and other violations they may commit. The Metropolitan Manila Development Authority is helping in this regard by posting data on the most common traffic violations committed by motorists from January to April 2025. The MMDA listed and classified the violations as license-related violations, ignoring traffic signs and signals, reckless driving, number coding violations, parking and obstruction violations, driver attire violations, equipment and safety compliance violations. The MMDA also posted the fines and penalties that erring motorists face for the aforementioned violations. For license-related violations, failing to carry or show a driver's license incurs a fine of 150 pesos, whereas driving without a valid license results in a 3,000 peso fine and possible vehicle impoundment. For ignoring traffic signs, penalties range from 150 pesos for illegal turning or failure to signal to 1,000 pesos for disregarding traffic signs. Regarding reckless driving, fines start at 1,000 pesos and escalate for repeat offenses. Number coding violations carry a flat fine of 500 pesos for all offenses. For parking violations, fines range from 200 pesos for stalled vehicles to 2,000 pesos and possible impoundment for unattended illegal parking. Violating mandatory attire footwear rules for motorists and motorcycle riders could result in minor fines, such as 100 pesos for inappropriate footwear. Motorcycle attire violations, however, can escalate to 10,000 pesos and possible vehicle confiscation for repeat offenses. For equipment compliance violations, such as not using seat belts or failing to maintain vehicle accessories, motorists face significant penalties, with increasing fines for repeat violations. NCAP makes it imperative for new drivers to familiarize themselves with traffic and other regulations related to driving and road use. However, some believe that observing traffic rules should not be solely about avoiding fines. It should be about contributing to safer roads, better traffic management, and reducing the stress of driving in congested urban environments. This highlights the importance of educating drivers about traffic laws and penalties, as well as implementing comprehensive training programs to instill better road habits. Some have proposed incentives for drivers who maintain clean records for over specified periods, such as discounts in vehicle registration fees or gasoline vouchers. Others are calling for regular campaigns that highlight safe driving practices and the dangers of traffic violations to further encourage compliance. Regular reviews of traffic violation penalties are also being suggested to ensure they remain effective deterrents. If penalties are too lenient or too harsh, they may fail to serve their intended purpose. At the same time, supporters of NCAP are calling for clearer and more visible road signs and signals to reduce violations caused by confusion, ignorance, or oversight. This also addresses criticisms that traffic enforcers use ambiguous or missing road signs to entrap motorists into violations. There are indications that the MMDA and the DOTR are continuing to explore the implementation of more dedicated lanes for public transport, emergency vehicles, and cyclists. There is also a push to encourage the use of bicycles, motorcycles, and carpooling to help alleviate traffic congestion and promote eco-friendly commuting. There is as yet no indication that the MMDA will place more thoroughfares under NCAP coverage, but it appears likely.
NCAP aims to promote a more disciplined driving culture and enhanced road safety. But these goals can better be achieved by a multifaceted approach, combining education, technology, and community engagement. It pays to be a smart driver and a safe one. Here's a road safety reminder from Toyota Motor Philippines in our Young Street Smart segment. If you are on a main road, make sure na ang headlights na iyong sasakyan ay naka-low beam sa tuwing meron kang makakasulubong na sasakyan. Your high beams can distract another driver, kaya mas maganda kung iyong headlights ay naka-low beam upang malinaw na magkakitaan at hindi maaksidente. There's a lot more to being a chopper, especially of PUVs, than knowing how to drive and taking care of vehicles. To learn more on becoming a better professional driver, here's Spying Chopper this week.
Payong chopper lang kaibigan. Ako si Jeffrey, isang kapwa nyo chopper. Huwag mong hayaang may sumabit sa likuran ng iyong jeep.
Delikado ang may sabit sa jeep. Maaaring pagmulan ito ng aksidente at may masaktan o masawi. Kapag puno na sa loob at may gusto pang humabol, agad na pagbawalan upang disgrasya ay maiwasan.
Tandaan, kaligtasan bago ang anupaman. Ito po si Jeffrey Hamot, payong chopper lang kaibigan mula sa isang kapwa nyo chopper.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. Get ready. World of Motorsports is next.
In motorsports news, the race for the Slalom King title continues to heat up following the results of the fifth leg of the 2025 Race Motorsports Club National Slalom Series held at the Parang Playground in Marikina. Quickest overall during the leg was Richard Gallardo of JAF Racing Team, who clocked in an impressive time of 47.10 seconds, which was also the front wheel best time of the day. Just 62 hundredths of a second ahead behind was Pau Ibase of PMMS Rennsport Racing Team with a time of 47.72 seconds. Third quickest overall was Miko Sagawinit of Fast Lane Racing Team with a time of 48.82 seconds. Rounding out the top 6 overall were Rod Chang of RC Racing Team, fourth with a time of 49.10 seconds. Enrico Puso of AE Autos Racing Team, fifth with 50.02 seconds. And Jean-Rex Danke, sixth with 52.66 seconds. Joseph Ortega from Ponga Racing Team topped the rear wheel production category with a best time of 52.68 seconds, followed closely by teammate Ino Ortega with 62.30 seconds. Miko Sagawinit dominated the novice category. Enrico Puso was second and Jean-Rex Danke third. Paolo Macaraig was fourth and Christine Torres fifth. The fifth leg saw an electric vehicle competing in the slalom series with Paolo Macaraig setting an admirable time of 58.60 seconds. In other motorsports news, round 3 of the Full Throttle weekend again drew speed enthusiasts to the Batangas Racing Circuit for more time battle competition. At the end of another day of organized and safe driving on the edge, Angelo Magtoto turned in the fastest lap of 1 hour 41.4110 around the Batangas Racing Circuit, which was quickest at the RWD. Superb category and earned him the round's Ginalingan Mag-Drive Special Award for the round. Special awards also went to Paul Perez, fastest FWD with 1 hour 45.971, Pep Law, fastest AWD with 142.727, and JB Carbonell, fastest NA with 150.077. Top drivers in various categories and subcategories include Angelo Magtoto, Race 1, JB Carbonell, Race 2, Patrick Manapat, Race 3. Lorenzo Cusar topped the Premium and BRZ 86 classes, Pablo Mantolino, Turbo Plus, Jonathan Padilla, Prestige, Victor P. Bencho, Regular, Gabriel Hije, Economy, Kerwin Lumandas, Bantam, and John David Quadra, Sub-C class.
There's plenty more to explore in the world of motorsports. Check out where Race Weekend takes us next. We head back to Batangas Racing Circuit for round 3 of the 2025 Full Throttle Weekend. With the competition heating up, drivers returned more determined than ever to beat their personal bests and climb the leaderboard.
Hi, I'm Joey Deriquito, and this is my BYD Seal 5, and I'm racing in the premium class. So I got into cars and racing because of shows like Top Gear, the UK Top Gear, where they went on adventures on cars and have fun just driving it around and reviewing these kinds of vehicles. In fact, it became part of my career as a former automotive journalist, and that's why I got into cars and racing. So my BYD Seal 5 is my new FTW race car. Now I chose this because it's an unknown frontier for those looking into electrified mobility. No? This is a plug-in hybrid, which you rarely see at all racing on a racetrack. And this is why I wanted to sort of take that challenge on and be one of the first few people to race something like this. So what makes racing special for me is the adrenaline rush of high speed. And the fact that in environments like this, which are safe by the way, you can really push your car to the limit and figure out how fast you can go and what your limit is in terms of your driving skill. And I enjoy doing all of that. I enjoy racing at Full Throttle Weekend for the environment that it has. You have a wide variety of drivers from pros to amateurs to newbies like myself. And it gives me a safe atmosphere to really try out my car, full throttle. So come on, join Full Throttle Weekend for a full throttle attack.
Hi, I'm Pep Lo, and I drive an R35 GTR. I honestly don't know when and how. I just like cars since way back, since I was a kid. So I drive an R35 because in terms of development, na-encourage ako i-develop siya kasi yung potential niya malaki. Lalo na in terms of power. And it's meant to be raced talaga, hindi lang sa straight line. So, I want to prove that pwede R35 sa circuit. Racing, I think, kasi kailangan ng super focus. It gives me time to switch off from my busy days, busy work life. So, racing gives me peace. FTW is a very nice format for me. It's time attack. Not really. Well, I did wheel to wheel, but I'm happiest when I'm just competing with myself. So I just want to improve my driving. So it's FTW is a really nice format for me. Yeah. And it's very relaxed. Mababait lahat. I would like to invite everyone, yung maybe just looking into track driving, FTW is a very nice grassroots entry level for everyone. Pwedeng pro din, pwedeng magagaling, mabibilis. Pwede rin yung yung starting pa lang. So it's a very nice environment to learn track driving.
With tighter battles and faster lap times, Round 3 showed just how intense the season is getting. The road to the championship is far from over. More speed, more action, and more records still to come. That's all for this week's World of Motorsports. We'll return shortly after this break. Our featured car of the week will be presented next on Showcase. Subcompact SUV crossovers are now dime a dozen in the local market. This showcase takes a look at one, the Kia Sonet SX. Is it worth more than a dime? Will it stand out among the dozens?
On the design front, the new Kia Sonet should appeal to those looking for rugged athletic design in vehicles. The Sonet can be easily identified as a Kia, especially with a signature tiger nose grille. Other Kia design elements that can be seen in star map LED headlamps and daytime running lights, the LED fog lamps, as well as plastic underbody cladding, matching taillights, and the rear spoiler. Measuring 4,110mm in length, 1,790mm in width, and 1,642mm in height, and with a 2,500mm long wheelbase and 205mm minimum ground clearance, the Kia Sonet is designed to appear rugged, featuring elements such as black fender flares, BD wheels, thick roof rails. The 16-inch alloy wheels wrapped by 205/55 R16 tires add to the rugged look. The top-of-line Sonet comes with a well-thought-out cabin with an interior that combines hard plastics, gloss black trim, and leather accents. The two-tone interior color treatment softens the look and feel of the cabin despite the predominance of hard plastics. Like the seats, the multi-function 3-spoke steering wheel is wrapped in leather. The steering column tilts but doesn't retract. The front seats manually slide and recline. The driver's seat can also be raised or lowered to help get the ideal driving position. Both front and rear seats offer good space, accommodating 3 adults in the rear, though 2 are more comfortable. The rear seat back splits and folds 60/40 to provide more room for cargo in the back where the protruding wheel arches limit capacity. There are plenty of cubby holes and charging ports with the SX equipped with wireless charging. The SX dash features 2 10.25-inch color displays, one for the instrumentation, the other a touchscreen for the audio system that comes with Bluetooth with voice recognition, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and plays through 4 speakers and 2 tweeters. The SX also comes with single-zone automatic air conditioning system with rear vents. Other interior comfort and convenience features in the SX include remote keyless entry, push-button and remote engine start, power windows, vanity mirror for the passenger side sun visor. Powered by a 1.5-liter 4-cylinder naturally aspirated gasoline engine, the Sonet offers a smooth driving experience and good fuel economy. The Sonet is equipped with McPherson struts at the front and a coupled torsion beam axle at the rear, as well as an all-disc brake system. The relatively stiff suspension lends to impressive agility for urban driving, aided by low-effort power steering and decent handling capability. However, the ride can be uneven, with larger road imperfections causing noticeable jolts inside the cabin. The Sonet SX comes with Kia DriveWise, a suite of advanced driver assistance systems that include forward collision avoidance assist, lane keeping assist, lane following assist, downhill brake control, high beam assist, and driver attention warning, and cruise control. The Sonet arrived with the following standard safety features: anti-lock brake system, rear camera display, rear sensor, 3-point ELR seat belts for 5, driver and front passenger airbags, ISOFIX child anchor and child lock. Kia added electronic stability control and hill start assist control in the SX. The Kia Sonic comes across as a value-oriented subcompact SUV that combines appealing design, decent performance, and a well-thought-out interior.
If you're in the market for a reliable and stylish subcompact SUV, the Sonnet XX may be worth a closer look and a test drive. Welcome back to Motoring Today, where we shift gears and dive into the latest from the auto industry.
BYD continues to make the shift to hybrids and full electrics a lot more attractive with the addition of another benchmark-setting subcompact crossover SUV. BYD formally launched the C-Line 5 DMI at another of its regular tech tour event, this one held at the Alabang Town Center.
Today we're at the Alabang Town Center for a very important event, the launching of the all-new BYD C-Lion 5 Super DMI.
Before the formal launch, BYD tested the newest member of its local hybrid lineup on an extensive road trip.
Our vehicle, the C-Lion 5 Super DMI, was capable of accomplishing 1,409 kilometers with one full tank and one full charge. In this price segment, at 1,248,000 pesos, less our introductory price of 50,000 at 1,198,000 pesos, you're not going to find any vehicle in the market priced at this point that could give you that range.
During the tech tour event, BYD also showcased its entire local lineup while also providing units for test drives.
Vehicles on display would be the entire lineup of BYD, from our Seagull battery fully electric vehicle all the way to the BYD Tank fully electric vehicle, plus the entire lineup of our DMI, Super DMI, and DMO units. Entire lineup would have demo units available.
Toyota Motor Philippines held the inaugural Lakbay Tamarao Media Drive on the island of Mindoro, home to the famed endangered animal that the brand's iconic utility vehicle was named after. The Lakbay Tamarao Media Drive was meant to allow motoring journalists to experience and assess the performance of the new generation Tamarao in various road conditions.
This media drive is quite symbolic because not only are we experiencing driving and using next generation Tamarao for its multiple and flexible uses, but we are also paying tribute to the Tamarao animal, which the vehicle is named after.
The Lakbay Tamarao was more than a media ride and drive event. The event also raised awareness about conservation efforts and highlight the role played by the Bantay Tamarao Rangers to protect the species.
For the past days, we have been checking out different locations and sceneries within Mindoro Island. But what's more interesting is that we got to meet and speak with our partners from DENR Tamarao Conservation Program, or TCP. The Tamarao Conservation Program manages the rangers who call themselves the Bantay Tamaraos. So the Bantay Tamaraos have a very challenging job in making sure that the Tamaraos are protected in the wild.
Toyota donated a new generation Tamarao to the Bantay Tamarao Rangers.
Ang Toyota Philippines ay nag-donate o nagbigay ng isang unit ng Tamarao sa opisina ng Tamarao Conservation Program, at malaking bagay yun at kami nga ay lubos na nagpapasalamat sa Toyota Philippines sa isang unit na yun dahil napakalaking tulong talaga sa amin, lalo na sa aming pagganap sa aming mga katungkulan, sa aming mga lakad, sa aming mga dalaw-turo, sa pakikipag-ugnayan sa iba't ibang ahensya ng gobyerno.
As part of Lakbay Tamarao, Toyota also engaged with the local community by donating school supplies, chairs, and raincoats to the Pagturian Mangyan School.
Para po sa Toyota Motor Philippines, maraming salamat po sa ipinagkaloob niyong mga desk, armchairs, and supplies, and of course yung raincoat po. So napakalaking tulong po nito, lalo na po yung raincoat ay kailangan ng mga bata namin kasi po yun, mag-uumpisa na naman ng tagulan. And of course yung pong mga armchairs na yan ay magagamit naman po nila para ma-replace po namin yung mga medyo defect na po ng mga upuan.
Toyota aims to replicate the success of Lakbay Tamarao in more locations across the Philippines, promoting both the new generation Tamarao's capabilities and support for conservation efforts in indigent communities.
We hope to see more locations. We hope to be able to drive the Tamarao in different towns and cities across the country so we can discover more, not only what the Tamarao can do, but how else can we help change the lives of people all over the country.
Hyundai Philippines unveiled the all-new Kona Hybrid as one of the highlights of festivities celebrating its third-year anniversary held at the BGC Amphitheater in Taguig.
We're here at the BGC Amphitheater where Hyundai is celebrating its third-year anniversary. So this afternoon, we had the launch of our new hybrid, the Hyundai Kona, which was presented by none other than Mr. Piolo Pascual. And in this evening, we provided a mini concert for everyone featuring Lola Amor, Sam Concepcion, and none other than our brand ambassador, Ms. Sarah Geronimo.
Aside from rolling out the Kona Hybrid, Hyundai also exhibited its latest lineup of vehicles, including the N variants of the Elantra, while also offering freebies and special promotions to buyers. But it was the all-new Kona Hybrid that drew a lot of attention during the anniversary celebration.
The Hyundai Kona is built for the passion-driven. It has features that are fit for those who have active lifestyles and people who are always on the go.
The latest Kona is equipped with a 1.6-liter hybrid engine, delivering 141 PS and 144 Nm of torque, paired with a 6-speed dual-clutch transmission.
So the all-new Hyundai Kona Hybrid comes in two variants, the GLS and the Premium, and it starts at 1.5 to 8 million pesos.
Honda companies in the Philippines pooled resources to host an event to promote greater road safety through education, while also showcasing new technologies and providing hands-on experiences on how they function. Held at the Honda Safety Driving Center in Parañaque, the One Honda Road Safety event was participated in by around 130 attendees from diverse sectors, including government agencies, educational institutions, media, and various vehicle clubs.
Today we have 130 attendees, all from different sectors. So we have invited the government, so we have MMDA, DOTR, the government of Santa Rosa, Laguna, or LGU, PNP, HPG. From the academe, we have the University of the Philippines National Center for Transportation Studies. We have car clubs, various car clubs, riders clubs. We have our two-wheel corporate clients, our four-wheel corporate clients, our customers, and then of course the media, our media friends here with us today.
The event was divided into two main parts. The morning seminar focused on basic road safety education, responsible driving, preventive maintenance, and the importance of proper driving and riding education, as well as an introduction into Honda technology to enhance safety like Honda Sensing. During the afternoon, participants experienced Honda Sensing technology in action and took part in test drives of both motorcycles and cars.
For four-wheel, we have 6 units, the Civic, CRV, HRV, BRV, and City. All of them have Honda Sensing technology, and then 3 of them have hybrid variants. So we prepare them all for our participants. And then for two-wheel, we have the CUV, the EM1, their latest EV motorcycles, and then big bikes and their best-selling nameplates for motorcycles.
Honda aims to expand the initiative nationwide as part of the brand's global vision to have traffic fatalities by 2030 and achieve zero traffic fatalities by 2050.
We plan to bring this nationwide, so it's really our goal in Honda to bring the road safety education to a wider audience. So this is the start, and we hope to be able to bring it to a lot of different audiences in the Philippines.
New Nissan Philippines President Masao Tsutsumi recently met with motoring journalists where he discussed his plans for the next 3 years in the country. Tsutsumi acknowledged that it's a challenging time for the brand in the Philippines.
First of all, now automotive industry is a very inexperienced timing. many new players coming, many new innovations happening in the many areas. So I think in terms of stability, which is important, but at the same time, we really need to change ourselves and to challenge the status quo. So I want to make a team to really challenge, not just stable and enjoy the same old thing, but to everybody have a fighting spirit to explore the new horizon in this automotive market in Philippines.
In this market environment, Tachumi aims to increase business growth through higher unit sales and improved market share, while also prioritizing customer satisfaction.
My ambition in the coming 3 years is, of course, we increase the business. So, of course, more number of the sales, unit sales, also the market share. At the same time, my more ambition is to have more, customer satisfaction. Actually, our 75% of business come from the Navara, Terra, and Urban. This is a great models and supported by the many customers, so I appreciate it. But at the same time, we have more opportunity to strengthen our passenger vehicles. So in coming couple of years, of course, some more new product introduction, and also more strengthen the core fundamentals of our sales capability to sell more passenger vehicles. This is also one of the plans.
This early in its stint at Nissan Philippines, Tachumi is working to ensure the sustainability of the company for future leadership.
One of the important mission of the president as an employed president is to give a baton to my successor in the future. That means to make this company sustainable, further sustainable.
And that's it for this week on Motoring Today. Thank you for joining us. Make sure to visit our website and follow us on social media for the latest updates in motoring.
Until next week here on Motoring Today, now in its 39th year serving the motoring public with a steadfast commitment to road safety. In honor of our dad, Butch Gamboa, I'm Wee Gamboa.
And I'm Tin Gamboa.
Happy motoring!